my cigarette lighter on the driver's side did not work. Also the DLC, which is data link connector, which is the odb2 port, where you plug in the scanner, was not working either. I didn't know. So took me a few hours of looking around, but so anyways, this is the fuse, 20 amp fuse. Right here is, once you know what number it is, you can look at what position it is and then go right to the fuse, and so right there, okay, that's the one. Once I unplugged it, I stopped blowing the fuse, so I know it's the cigarette lighter. So if anyone else has the same problem on a Chevy van, or I'm guessing it's probably the same in the truck, so the cigarette lighter on the left side, or what if you call it auxiliary power, whatever you want to call it, and then there's also another one right here, right? These two are on separate fuses, okay? So that's why that one still works and this one doesn't. And this one is in combination with the cigarette, which is called cigarette lighter, and the data link connector for the odb2 port. Okay, so that was number 73, 20 amp fuse, LTR / DLC. The other one is like number 25 on the passenger side. Yeah, that one's 20 amp aux power outlet. All right, so I got the cigarette lighter socket from Amazon. That was the best place, well, the cheapest and the fastest that I found. I paid $5.98 plus taxes, of course, and obviously Amazon Prime, so no shipping. So this is the old one, okay, and there's nothing special about it. I've seen all the listings on eBay and Amazon and stuff. They all have the same connectors from what I've seen. I've seen a whole bunch of different part numbers. Yeah, these are exactly the same. I mean, the ribs are in the same position. So the only thing that's different is, like, if you look at the design of the metal part, that's different. These tiny square holes, there's two of them. They're for the metal tabs on the retaining ring. But yeah, so these holes are different, but other than that, they're the same connection and everything, right? And one thing I will caution you when you take this out is the retaining ring that's in there, right? You don't need to take this out. Actually, I made a mistake of prying this out. And the thing is, like, this retaining ring, this obviously is a cheap little part, but I couldn't find it at a reasonable price from what I've seen. So I mangled up. So this side is fine. This side right here to my right, where my thumb is, that's fine. But the other side, I mangled it up when I took it apart. See, this one's fine, but this one is not. So I fucked it up. I'm gonna try to get my plastic iron and see if I could build up a little bit and to make up for the loss of plastic, because I messed it up when I took it out, and you could also see how I messed it up right here on the face too. So don't take that out. You see these plastic tabs right here? There's one here and there's one on the opposite side. These tabs, I'll take the original part out and show you. Go into these little plastic, square holes in the cigarette lighter socket. So that's where they go into. So don't remove this. All you gotta do is stick a tiny screwdriver in there or a pick, and then press into, stick it inside there, obviously with the socket, with the connector disconnected. You don't want to be electrocuted. Take the socket out so there's no power, and then you take your tool, push it inside, push it into the square hole, and push the tabs out, and just pull this out. Don't take out the retaining ring like I did, because you're gonna mangle it up. These things are designed so that these go in without the sockets, so there's no way to take this out without first removing the socket first, if you want to keep everything intact, because in order for this to come out easily, these tabs have to go in, right? In order for that to go in, well, you can't have the socket in there because the part comes in. So there's no way. Let me show you right here. See how this sticks in, right? So there's no way to remove this without taking this out if you want to keep it intact. You're gonna mangle it up like I did. So all right, so I fixed this retaining ring. So this is the good side, okay, and this is the side that was mangled up, that well, it's still mangled up, but I had built up the plastic, so I think it will fit on there without wiggling. Let me see. I'm going to install this thing. It doesn't really matter how you install it, I guess. Just gonna pop it in. Okay, yeah, that's it. Popped in. And then I put this new one that I bought from Amazon. Yep, you hear it click in. Okay, cool. All right, so now I have it connected. So this is the hot wire that comes in. Really doesn't matter the orientation. So anyways, now I'm gonna tape this up right here just in case, and then shove it back in there. All right, cool. I wrapped it with some tape. So that. All right, so yeah, that's because I had it in wrong. Anyway, so plug it right in. Okay, now there you go. Now that's just on. Yeah, so the only thing that sucks is it doesn't have the locking mechanism on the new one that I bought. So I guess you might have to buy OEM for that, but that's all right. I mean, well, actually, okay, that might be a bit of a problem. Well, it was only $6, so I guess whatever. So just gotta shove it in there and keep it shoved in. I might, let's see, it's just a little wiggle. Seems all right, so I guess that's fine. Okay, maybe not. All right, I solved my issue with this loosening up by just getting a bunch of electrical tape, wrapping around. Took me a couple tries to get the right amount of number of turns. Tape to wrap around the plug, but I got it in there. It's not gonna come out. It's not gonna wiggle out, so it's all good. I mean, I almost never take this out anyway. So that's cool. That's the solution.